UFC 310, Pantoja versus Asakura, the rising superstar. It was quite awkward, some of the land of the rising sun, but it's not. Those guys over there, they were a bit their social culture is a little bit different to over on the West, but he was full of confidence. I liked his style, even though he's on some baggy boy, old school 90s vibe. And anon, he was exciting. Let's go through the fights because Alexander Pantoja looked tremendous. He was just coming forward. He didn't care. He was throwing some nice heavy calf kicks. Asakura was doing some jumping knees. Listen, Pantoja is a warrior. He has the ability to take tremendous punishment. He didn't take anything too flush, but he was getting some lit up. He was getting lit up at times. Pushed the pace, pushed him back. Asakura obviously is a forward fighter, as many people are. He lasted as long as he could, man. But second round came and he walked him round in that dance, put his ass to sleep. He said, "Yay, listen, this Japanese guy ain't coming over to America and taking my belt, okay?" So like let's keep this here clear. I'm the champ, and I will take on. I'll go back to Japan and the fight our next geezer. Listen, salute to the champ. Salute to the champ, Alexandre Pantoja. Reigning, defending, calling out DJ. That ain't happening, but it's lovely. He's gone through the whole division already. Should they bring Mr. Makayev back? Hey, Mr. Makayev, who was doing all kind of stupid stuff, got his ass kicked out of the UFC. Should they bring him maybe back? To face because he's gone through the division already. What did he do? Question time. Shavkat Ramanov took on Ian Machado Gary. Shavkat, as everyone said has been saying, is a very skilled, well-rounded, excellent fighter and would have been a potential tough matchup for Leon Rocky Edwards a few years back. As the same as we said with Hamza. In this particular fight, either Ian Gary, which he's definitely a very good fighter. His takedown defense was tremendous in this particular matchup. But Shavkat, that performance was not the best. You clearly won, but decision. Sorry. He has been finishing people. Let me just not say that. But that was a decision victory. It was a tough fighter. Ian Machado Gary could have won that if he put an extra 20% in regards to output. His defense is tremendously on point, and I congratulate him for that. And I also congratulate him for not being so damn cheesy and talking all this stupid stuff and making t-shirts of people and all that, man. He's maturing, man, and he's clearly listening to whoever he's listening to, and he's clearly looking at social media because his name was Mud, and this is not necessarily coming up now. We're more talking about his fighting capabilities, and that's what it should have been from the start, Mr. Ian Machado Gary. But yes, his stock hasn't gone. This is a win-win for him. Both undefeated fighters. It's still nice to keep that O, but it's gotta go at some time. It's gotta go at some time. Experience is key. So congratulations to Shavkat. He will be facing Bilal Muhammad, who they would not let, and I repeat, they would not let jump over the barriers to enter the octagon trademarked to do an unofficial face off, which wasn't even scheduled. This wasn't already in the play. It was it was odd. Security, like, who are you? You don't look like no champion. Where are you trying to jump off? Yeah. I'm telling you, and Joe was like, yeah, even the security guards don't even know this guy is the champ. Anyway, anyway, Cyril Gahn looked pathetic. Sorry, Bonga man. You're doing way too much, sibling. You're doing way too much. Performance was lacking. Everyone, even yourself, you wanted to walk out. You literally walked out the octagon because you didn't even want to talk because you knew you didn't lose. You didn't win that day. That was a gimme at this Adelaide Birds, young lady. Respectfully, with these decisions, Alexander Volkov won that hands down. Hands down. Split decision. Did Cyril Gane even win a damn round? Maybe one. But look, Volkov won that. Plain and simple. It was stupid. Yeah, on to the next. On to the next. Bryce Mitchell, a thug nasty, the nasty man himself, who has Christ in his heart. Round three, TKO, Crown Gracie. Part of the Gracie lineage, we know what it do. Unfortunately, he's stuck in a time machine. He's stuck with Martin Dark in the DeLorean, and he's still in that vibe. He doesn't realize that we're in the Gregorian year of 2024 and things progress and move forward. And should I dare to even use the word evolve? He was pulling guard constantly, and he pulled guard in the third round. Bryce Mitchell said, allow all of this stupid stuff. Listen, before I even go through that sequence, the the crowd were booing. They were booing. He did it like every chance he got, and he got close to him. He was just pulling guard. It got to the point where Bryce was like in the second round, nah. They were all booing and stuff, man. Like, we need to boo. We need to fight, man. It's not just about, of course, we gotta win and stuff. And it goes back to the evolution of mixed martial arts. If you want to compete at ADC and the Craig Jones Invitational, the fight passing, do that, Mr. Cron Gracie, okay? But this is the UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship. This wouldn't be around. This whole sport, in its current guise, I'll make that caveat. I'll make that crystal clear. It wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for your lineage, your last name. And you would think in the Gregorian year of 2024 that, you know, a little nephew, the little grandson or something, seen the thing, they've been training in jiu-jitsu and all that, and then it's like, well, hold up. Uncle so and so, or the granddad, whoever. Listen, look at that lineage. Why isn't the Gracie name still in this thing? Train up. There should be at least four or five of them. Look, the family name's massive. Even though there's some fake Gracies apparently or whatever. But listen, the point I'm making is there should be a Gracie out there who is fully versed in not just Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, okay, and Gracie style Jiu-Jitsu, but mixed martial arts, who's going to come in there and be a damn contender and potentially be a damn champ. UFC cannot book this guy again. They shouldn't have had this on the main card. Bryce Mitchell versus Kron Gracie on the main card. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Okay. We had Nate Landwehr, right? Who was he on drugs or something? He was fighting poor. He was ridiculous. Do Ho Choi looked spectacular. Okay. He looked absolutely spectacular. Nate, I don't know. Was he groggy? Did he have food poisoning? Heath didn't fight like I've seen. I haven't seen loads of his fights, but he looked slow as hell. He was winging punches. Or it was awful. He was in a nasty crucifix position. Duho Choi was eating him. He had him for flipping. He had him as a snack, the starter. Yeah. He had an entree as well. He doubled up on the starter again. Okay, he had the main meal and he had four desserts. While Nate Landwehr, I don't know what he was doing. He was bringing the food come to him. Congratulations, Nate. Oh my days, that's the worst performance I've seen in a while. Well, no. In regard from you, let's get that clear. Okay, prelims. Dominic Reyes on his winning path. Anthony Smith, I should say. His friend passed and he was crying and he was emotional and all that kind of stuff. What's the rule? I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter, but I know you're not supposed to do things in emotion. You're not supposed to make decisions in emotion. And I've always heard the saying is don't fight with emotion. Don't fight angry because that's not going to allow you to do what you need to do in that cage or in that ring or in an octagon. So Andy Smith came out and he didn't look terrible. He didn't look terrible, but Adonis Reyes was much better and did him down biggity. Simple as. Vicente Luquez is his best performance I've seen him in a while. 52 damn seconds. Listen, Timber Oh, I can't. Sorry, brethrens from Zimbabwe. I cannot pronounce your name. Your leg kicks were out of this world. He's durable as well. Anything can happen in MMA, and it did happen because Vicente caught him with like a four-punch combination. Well, he didn't actually catch him fully. The first punch landed, and I think the third punch kind of skimmed over his head, and he just dove in there. He dove in there and locked it up. My man was, in the words of Slick, WWF, turn out the lights. The party's over. Congratulations, Vicente Luque, who, during the zombie apocalypse, we didn't even know if this dude was even fighting. He had some kind of crazy issue with his brain or some kind of career-ending something going in. And he's back. He's not going to be a champion, but he's back, man. He's making his money. He's a fighter. Now we get to the elephant in the room. Mosov Evlov, undefeated Russian featherweight, took on the former champ, bantamweight champ, is moving up to featherweight, and they put him on the prelims. Yeah, I'll repeat it again. They put this fight on the prelims. One of the most entertaining grappling fights within MMA we have seen in absolute years. Nuts. I don't know what Aljo's done because look, he did the turnaround and basically gave the belt to flipping Sean or Sugar Sean and all that. Give him a break, man. Why the hell is he? Look, good. At least more eyes got to see the fight. I appreciate that, but Chrome Gracie on the main card, and you got Aljo and an undefeated fighter in Masayev. I mean, not Masayev. I mean, Mozov even. Evloff. These flipping names, right? And he was a good fight, man. My man's ripped as hell. They size-wise, Aljo actually matched up to him. He's most of them still looks a little bit bigger. But what a fight, man! What a fight! Congratulations to both. That's got to be in the 2024 grappling match. The transitions, the escapes, listen. Even the striking, Aljo was doing his thing, man. He was doing his thing. Mosov is a problem, man. He's definitely a problem. Um, Congratulations. I don't think you got it. I think you won one of those rounds. It was definitely close, but I think Aljo did enough to have won that. I do, and I'm not being biased because I do like this Evlock geezer. I don't know if he can't even speak English, can he? I don't think. But he's good, man. He's definitely good. How would he fare up against the current champ? I don't know. I don't know. But fun in the sun. What's next for Aljo and what's next for Mozart? He should be fine next for the strap. 100%. Randy Rude Boy Brown. Wasn't a good night for JA with these damn decisions with these judges. Took on Brian Battle, the weight bully, said louder, I'm gonna give up 30% of the thing. Yeah, I'm looking, I look, you see, look to the future. Yeah. Plan and enjoy now. No, enjoy now, live in the moment and plan for the future. And that's what Brian Battle was on. He was like, you know what? I'm looking two fights ahead, right? I'm gonna take a 30%. Because I'm not gonna wait, mate. I'm gonna make a weight bully in this thing, yeah. I'm gonna lean all over him. I'm not gonna do what's necessary, even though I'm a professional fighter. Yeah, I'm a professional fighter. I signed the contract to weigh in at a certain weight, 170 pounds, and I'm gonna come in at 100, 200 pounds on the night, and then, I mean, I'll tell you what. One thing, O'Brien is tough, boss. He's tough. He got rocked properly a couple times. One specifically, but he was taking some damage, man. He was taking some punches. Randy was lighting him up. He was working the body nice, man. He was working the body nice. It was a fun fight, but Rude Boy won that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Run it back. I think even Dana said that he thought he won. So let's run that back. Let's do the thizzle. And let's see, because it was fun. It was a good fight, man. It was far from a boring fight as well. So let's run it back, man. Run him right back. Early prelims, flipping early prelims as well. Uh, Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman. His deterioration due to injuries and all the rest of the shit. It's just, flipping out. It's not the best. Eric Anders should have dealt with him. He should have dealt with him a lot quicker, in my humble opinion, sir. Chris Weidman, hang it up. Don't take any more of this physical damage anymore, man. Trustfully, you've done good things with your money and all that, man. It ain't worth it, boss. It just ain't worth it. You look a shell of your former self. So, yep, that's what it be. Interesting card, man. Interesting cards. Max Griffin, man. Max Payne, Griffin took on Michael Jesser. Michael Jesser did this. There's a wiggle, man. I don't know what happened 2 fights ago, but 2 fights ago he looked awful. He's back in it now. He's back in his rhythm. Congratulations. He looked good. Looked very good. Craig Guida, um, full of energy. Chase Hooper has developed into a man, and his striking has come on tremendously. Congratulations, Chase Hooper, on an excellent performance. Clay Guida, he's fun in the sun, man. He's got like 99 fights in the UFC. He was fighting in UFC 1 in the crowds. He's a fun guy, man. He's a fun guy. He doesn't necessarily need to retire, but it just, you know, there's levels, isn't there? There's levels. He needs to be fighting people of his age, kind of thing. You could see the speed difference and all that. Kennedy and Njuguan, whatever, and Njikawani. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Took on Bretsky, Mr. Bretsky. And for some reason, Kennedy calls himself the African Savage. I really do think he needs to rethink that name. That just plays into so many stereotypical, like, tropes, as they may say. But anyway, another good performance, moved up from 205. I think this is what his third fight maybe at heavyweight, is it? But he's looking good, man. He's looking good. He's durable as hell. That's another good thing. Fun in the sun bars. Kennedy, let's see, one more fight. He could be fighting for the flipping one or two more fights, I'd say. Two more fights. You put him in there for the flipping heavyweight thing, man. Put him in there. Let's go. Let's go.